The family moved here in 1945 from the Willamette Valley in Oregon, where our family had originally started growing hops in 1895. I'm a fifth generation hop grower. I've been in hop business all my life. I've been on this farm all my life except for my college years. I was born in 1958, and my earliest memories are of the hops going down in 1964. Hops are a very challenging crop. They still require a great amount of hand labor. A lot of the other crops have thinned out the hand labor portion, but hops require still a large amount of hand labor. Hops being a perennial, we don't have to plant them every year, but we do have to put the string up every year. And that's the start of the labor season. Generally, we start stringing, twining the end of April. It takes almost the entire month of May to twine the whole crop. It takes a lot of practice, it takes coordination. It takes people that are about the same height, so they all clear the wire similarly. You can't have someone way too tall or way too short, or it doesn't work very well. There are 4 people on top in the way we twine, and they tie a double half hitch on the wire, and the loose strings hang down, and then they're clipped to the ground with a small metal clip. The string is wet when we put it up, so that as it dries, it becomes taut. Then 3 weeks later, we'll start training.
The equipment we have on the farm, it isn't something that you just go down to any tractor dealership and buy. We don't use many standardized tools for growing hops. Not many crops are grown 18 feet off the ground. I would estimate to say about 50% of what we have is custom built. Whether it was built 50 years ago or whether we built it 5 days ago for a specific task. We rarely push repeat. We're always trying to do something better. We're always trying to evolve.
The craft beer industry, the regional breweries, that has saved the domestic hop business. It's allowed us to expand and improve our facility, improve our employees' lives, improve our lives. When my daughters came back to run the farm is when the craft business really took off. And we were able to take advantage of great marketing opportunities and utilize our name and our history, as well as the quality of hops we grow, and that's what's enabled us to be where we are today.
At the time when I was going to school, there wasn't really an opportunity to come back to the farm. That was before the craft market had really taken off, so at that time we were all sort of looking into different careers that we could pursue because the farm wasn't really a feasible option.
I came back to the farm in 2010 part-time. At the time I'd been living in San Francisco and sort of had been working in a basement doing website stuff. So I called Dad up one day and asked him if he needed any help on the farm and that I wanted to try it out, and haven't looked back since.
Diane had come back to the farm and we had talked about if I were to come back where I could fill a void, and the agronomy side was a piece where we both thought could be a good opportunity for me, and I definitely am kind of the science nerd of the family, so it's been a pretty good fit.
The craft market in the U.S., saw exceptional growth in the last 10 years especially, and we grew the farm by about 100% between 2014 and 2018. We started at about just around 400 acres, and now we're just short of 900. About 2 years ago, end of 2016 going into 2017, we did about a 25% increase in our harvesting capabilities. From the picker to the machinery in the field to the dryer, we added on another kiln as well as upgraded some of the existing infrastructure there. Here at Gooding Farms, we try to be as environmentally conscious as possible and have as light of a footprint as we can. So that goes from our integrated pest management program all the way to our solar. And given our infrastructure and roof space, especially as much as we had pure southern exposure, it was a great opportunity for us to utilize solar to help minimize our carbon footprint.
We have a pretty aggressive cover cropping system, and then we also use pesticides and chemicals that are softer. We have had a long history of producing very high quality hops, but we really wanted to take that to the next level and become Global GAP certified. Global GAP is a food safety third-party certification program. So the GAP in GAP stands for Good Agricultural Practices. And basically what happens is they come in and do a food safety audit of your facilities, of your record keeping, and of your harvesting. We were the first farm in southern Idaho to become Global GAP certified, and for us that was a really great achievement.
Just like anything, this job has its phenomenal days, and it has its bad days. And you always have to remind yourself that it takes the bad days to recognize the good ones. And it is a lot of fun when you're having those good days and you're surrounded by a good team of people and you see a serious amount of progress and you see quality coming from the work of your hands. That has got to be my favorite part about what we do.
So one of the most exciting times on the farm for me is always the first day of harvest. It always comes with a whole flurry of preparation and a little bit of anxiety and a little trepidation. But once those machines start the first day and hopefully they run well and efficiently and those first vines go through, it's always just a really special moment in the year. And you can't ever replicate that nor undo it because then it's just a race to the finish.
I have grown many crops in my history here at the farm. Virtually everything that could be grown in this valley. There's nothing I would rather grow than hops. Hops are in my blood. A lot of people around here can grow wheat and corn and those crops, but growing hops is special.